You know the moment when you just want to use the bathroom quickly, like, seriously, just 5 minutes tops, and then suddenly it turns into an epic saga of survival. Yeah, that was me last Tuesday. It all started when I was in history class. Our teacher, Mrs. Cranberry, who looks like she could moonlight as a detective or a vampire, announced a surprise quiz. Now, I'm not great at history, or any subject really, but history, it's a special kind of nightmare. I felt my stomach twist like a pretzel, and suddenly, I realized I had to pee badly. I raised my hand like a good student, trying to act all casual. Can I go to the bathroom, please? Mrs. Cranberry gave me that look, you know, the one that says, do you really need to go, or are you trying to escape my quiz? But I swear, I was about to explode. She sighed. Waved me off with a monotone fine, but hurry. I grabbed my stuff and bolted to the bathroom. Not just any bathroom, the dreaded third-floor boys' bathroom. Why the third floor? Because it's the only one that has a lock that sometimes works. Also, it's kind of isolated. Perfect for a quick break, right? Well, that's what I thought too. I pushed the door open, stepped inside, and immediately noticed the usual aroma, you know? The classic mix of disinfectant, old sneakers, and something that smelled like a science experiment gone wrong. I picked the stall furthest away, the one with the mirror that was cracked in the shape of a weird smiley face, locked the door, and did my business. Then came the disaster. I pulled the door to leave, and it wouldn't budge. At first, I thought I was just weak. So I pulled harder. Nothing. I jiggled, yanked, banged. Even tried to crawl under the door to peek out. Don't ask why. The gap was barely an inch, but desperation makes you try crazy things. No one responded. No one. It was like the entire school had entered some alternate dimension where I didn't exist. 3 hours. 3 hours of pure panic, claustrophobia, and insanity. So there I was, trapped, imprisoned in the smallest, stinkiest cell known to mankind. A third-floor school bathroom stall. At first, I laughed. Like, literally chuckled out loud. Haha, imagine if I was actually stuck, I said to myself, already reaching for the door again. I gave it a tug. Click. Nothing. Pulled harder. Click. Still nothing. I jiggled the handle like a person in a horror movie trying to unlock the front door while the killer is already inside. I even kicked it once for good measure. Silence. That's when the laughter turned into an awkward UHO and then slowly melted into full-blown panic. Hello? I shouted. Is anyone out there? I'm locked in. My voice echoed off the tiles like a ghost moaning inside a giant public urinal. No footsteps, no voices, no helpful janitor humming with the mop and keys jingling. I pulled out my phone. No signal, of course. The school was basically a concrete bunker designed to trap both knowledge and cell reception. I started pacing, or as much as one can pace inside a bathroom stall that's barely larger than a microwave. I bumped into the toilet paper dispenser. Every 3 seconds, that thing was huge. Why do schools buy toilet paper rolls the size of car tires? And then, I saw it. Someone, some mysterious, brilliant soul, had scribbled something on the back of the stall door in thick black Sharpie. It read, if you're reading this, you've been chosen. The prophecy begins now. I blinked. Was this some kind of prank? I looked lower and saw more writing. To survive the bathroom of doom, you must complete the 3 trials. What in the name of clogged plumbing was this? And beneath that, the first trial, trial 1, remain calm for 10 minutes, immediately. I failed. I was sweating. My brain was racing. I tried breathing exercises like I saw on TikTok. In through the nose, out through the mouth, but every breath smelled like old urinal cakes and despair. 10 minutes. Felt like an eternity. Time. Slowed down. I stared at the tile floor and counted the number of gum spots. There were 47. Who spits gum in a bathroom stall? Eventually, my thoughts got weird. I named the spider in the corner Carl. I asked the toilet paper roll for advice. Should I try to climb over the stall? Sir Paper? No response. Trial 2 according to the stall door scribbles was Trial 2, resist eating the emergency Skittle. I paused. What Skittle? I looked down. There. Wedged between the tile cracks was a single green Skittle. Alone, glorious, mysterious. I stared at it for way too long. Was it poisoned? Had it been here since 2004? Did it come from the gods? I'm not proud of this, but I considered it for science. But I passed that trial. Barely. Trial 3 said, sing to the pipes. The bathroom spirits demand tribute. At this point, I was starting to believe the graffiti. Either the stall door was magic, or I was losing my mind. Probably both. So, yeah, I sang to the pipes. Hello from the other C8. I belted Adele style with full vibrato. My voice cracked on the high note, and I think I scared Carl the spider. A chunk of plaster actually fell from the ceiling. Still, no rescue. No footsteps. No knocks. Just the eternal hum of fluorescent lights and the distant flush of a toilet somewhere on another floor. Far, far away. This was it. I was becoming one with the bathroom. Soon they would write legends about me. Here lies the student who went to pee and was never seen again. I decided to sit on the toilet lid, not to use it again. Just to sit, contemplate life, evaluate my mistakes. Like, maybe I shouldn't have skipped breakfast. Maybe if I'd had cereal, I wouldn't be this emotionally fragile right now. Then I started making lists out loud. Top 5 people I wish were stuck here instead of me, I said, holding up my fingers like I was doing a YouTube video. Number 5, Jason, the kid who pants me in gym class. Number 4, Mrs. Cranberry, obvious reasons. Number 3, whoever invented pop quizzes. Number 2, the ghost that lives in the 4th floor closet. And number 1, myself, but from 5 minutes ago, before I entered this stall like a clueless fool. I laughed. Then I cried. Then I laughed while crying. It was an emotional smoothie of madness. At some point, I discovered a broken pencil on the floor and used it to start writing my memoirs on a square of toilet paper. The working title was Stall Wars, The Flush Awakens. Then came the hallucinations. Maybe, I swear I heard the toilet whisper, flush me and be free. Nope, not falling for that one. That's how horror movies start. I took off my shoe and started knocking on the walls. Morse code. Maybe someone in another stall would answer. Maybe Carl the spider was multilingual. Then I remembered the vents above. Maybe I can climb through the vents. I said out loud. It sounded cool. Like something a movie protagonist would say right before crawling into a duct. I stood on the toilet seat and tried reaching up. Big mistake. I slipped. Fell. Right into the toilet. Feet first. But still. My socks were now soaked in a mystery fluid I choose to believe was just water. I screamed. Not like a heroic scream. More like a goat getting surprised. I sat back down, completely defeated, dripping, smelling like a biology experiment gone wrong. And then, voices, distant, faint, but real. I jumped up and shouted like a madman. Help! I'm trapped. I'm too young to die in a stall. Silence. Then giggles. Girls' giggles. I had forgotten. The 3rd floor shared a hallway with the choir room. Awesome. Now the sopranos knew I had a bathroom breakdown. I slumped back onto the toilet seat. Was this the end? To be continued.